Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Arthritis at Home. Today it gives me great pleasure to introduce Isabelle Troïtzky, who works with ACE and is responsible for operating or responsible for running the secretariat of the Global RA Network. And for those of you not familiar with the Global RA Network, ACE is the founder, co-founder of the Global RA Network, which was launched in 2016, 2017. And that was with leaders and rheumatoid arthritis patient organizations from 18 countries in Europe and the Americas. It was formed to build sort of a network of organizations that are focused on rheumatoid arthritis and initiatives to improve the lives of people living with RA. Isabelle, welcome to the show.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Today, we want to get an update from you about some recent initiatives the Global RA Network has been working on, Isabelle. I know it's always a challenge because we're working with so many different organizations in different time zones with different languages. But when we do find or identify an issue or a common goal, that usually gets us started on working in cooperation with our other members. And I know one most recently in October of this year has been World Arthritis Day. Can you tell us a little bit about the activities the Global RA Network has been working on around that day?
Sure. So World Arthritis Day is is our key date with another day in February, which is RA World Day. So very important day for most of our members across the world. They almost all of them, highlight that day by sharing new educative materials for their members, but for the general public as well, and all stakeholders from the arthritis community. So it's a day for awareness. It's a day to raise awareness around the disease, around the resources that exist for patients and their caregivers, and also a day to highlight the gaps in the models of care for RA patients. It's just in Latin and South America, it's less highlighted because it's a holiday over there. So they tend to celebrate or highlight Arthritis Day, a bit later in October. So basically the whole month of October is kind of an awareness month for arthritis. And this year, what we've done, we're so happy because we created a great tool with the help of Pfizer to continue to raise awareness around rheumatoid arthritis. So one of the many forms of arthritis. And so this video is a very short video, but a tool that we tried to use extensively across our social media networks, the ones for the Global RA networks, but also the social media platforms of our members around the world to raise awareness around RA. This is a video that has been developed with the help of patients and our organization to make sure that it resonates with patients worldwide and their families and friends and the healthcare providers as well.
Now, for our audience, they can go to the Global RA Network website, which is globalranetwork.org, to see more information about the work that we were doing around World Arthritis Day. But we also thought we could share the video right now, Isabelle. So
Sure.
we're going to premiere on Arthritis at Home, the video that we designed specifically this October for World Arthritis Day. Enjoy. So there's the video, and I think a real powerful tool to raise awareness about rheumatoid arthritis. And we looked at some specific issues around RA as well, including mental health and rheumatoid arthritis. Isabelle, as you said, it is one of the types of inflammatory arthritis. It's a very serious chronic disease, and if people can get an early diagnosis and get access to a rheumatologist within the window of opportunity for treatment, there's a good chance that they will be able to continue with their quality of life and continue to work. It's the people who have obstacles or barriers to those elements of a models of care. And we certainly see that in some of the countries in the global RA network, where people have some real challenges and can get very, very sick. So we're really proud of this work. It's something that will live on our website, and we will continue to promote through our social media channels across the network. And I just want to thank Isabelle for being able to coordinate the efforts of the network around that day and the premiere of this video. Isabelle,
and if I may, and as you said, Kelly, we launched it with World Arthritis Day, but it's not a time-sensitive video. So I really encourage anyone to continue to share. So on multiple platforms. So our members shared it on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, Facebook. We haven't got TikTok yet, but so if people can continue to share, we'll continue to raise awareness around that condition, and then that's very important.
While we have you with us, Isabelle, maybe you could also talk about one other initiative, and it was launched last year by the Global RA Network, and it's the country RA dashboards. And this initiative was to provide a easy to access, easy to understand snapshot of rheumatoid arthritis in a given country. We encourage our members to provide, do the research and generate the content for these dashboards. And they have turned out to be not only a popular feature on our website, but also a powerful advocacy tool that our members have been using. And Isabelle, today I'd just like to ask you maybe for an update on some of the countries that have recently launched their dashboards, in addition to the ones who launched in 2023, and as well, maybe just some examples of some of that education and advocacy work that has been done around this valuable tool.
Sure. So as you mentioned, so it was launched in June 2022. And so we have currently 13 dashboards available. So for 13 different countries, some in different languages, depending on the official languages of the countries. So the most recent ones are the ones for Israel and the one for Serbia. And we also try and update as much as we can the data on those dashboards. And for example, in the UK, the UK dashboard has been updated with some data around prevalence and frequency of the incidence of rheumatoid arthritis in the country with new data. Data is not always easy to find. And that's a key difficulty and a common difficulty for all the countries which have participated in the design and the development of those dashboards. And definitely the Serbia had some trouble getting the data. And sometimes it's not always available through institutions, but they have to revert back to rheumatologists who can provide some data. So again, that lack of data is also a proof point that there are some gaps in some countries around our. So the Israel dashboard has been published in English, so it's understandable by everyone, and it allows as well to compare the dashboard with other countries. So that's very useful. And, for Serbia, we actually we will this month share an interview I've done with Nenad Nedic, who is an activist and a volunteer for the organization of patients with rheumatic disease in Serbia, and we are introducing that dashboard, what the organization does in terms of education with all stakeholders in the RA community, and they've explained to us what they're doing, how they're using the dashboard, and they're using it quite often. So we're very proud and very happy that this tool is really useful. So they've been presenting those data in that dashboard to government, but also to rheumatology students, quite a lot actually. So they're trying to help those new and future rheumatologists. They're trying to educate them around that data that is available and the data that is not available, and how we should make it find it and make it accessible to everyone to improve the models of care in Serbia. And so those future rheumatologists are very interested. So they showed a lot of interest in the dashboard. So this is very, very promising for the future, generation.
What our members have told us, and certainly our Arthritis at Home viewers can also experience, is that if you go to the Global RA Network website and click on the RA dashboards, you'll get a picture of a map, and you'll be able to click on countries where we do have dashboards. And the exercise that I think a lot of members have found helpful and useful, particularly when it comes to speaking to elected officials or policymakers in their country, is they can use it as a point of comparison. So it's not just about the state of the art of arthritis in their country, but they can point to other neighboring countries and show that there are some areas where the member country is behind other countries. So it's a very powerful advocacy tool in that way too, to be able to compare what the state of our arthritis is in your country compared to others.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing that was striking when I interviewed Nenad is that he told me that other countries in Europe cannot understand what the situation is in Serbia, because those situations are very, distinct in Europe. It's a very diverse group of countries. However, there are some common issues. The lack of rheumatologists is clearly one, and so that's that's showcased in the dashboard and in several dashboards across the European countries, which are our members. So yeah, definitely comparing is a great way of using the dashboard. It's
fantastic. Isabelle, thank you so much for taking time to join us today with that update on the Global RA Network. Our viewers can expect to get another update, hopefully maybe the start of 2024. I think there's some exciting initiatives ahead for the Global RA Network. We also are going to provide some links to some of the tools and initiatives that we spoke about today at the end of this video. And people can spend some time on the website learning about the work of the network, as I said, in Europe and in the Americas. Isabelle, again, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Bye, everyone.
And thank you, viewers. And we look forward to seeing you again on the next episode of Arthritis at Home.